This video will demonstrate how to tie the two-handed square knot for students of surgery. The square knot is the knot most commonly used to secure suture throughout the surgical specialties. When tying a square knot, you will notice that each strand of the suture remains on the same side of the knot when completed. This is what differentiates the square knot from the granny knot, and provides its security. Before tying a two-handed square knot, we must learn to hold the sutures in a way that is convenient for both creating the knot and laying it down correctly. We begin by holding the ends of the suture in each hand like reins and securing each of those strands within our palms using our third, fourth, and fifth fingers. This allows our thumbs and index fingers to move freely in order to pass and hold the strands as we create the knot. Practice holding the strands of suture in your hands and then rotating each hand so that the strands lay across your index fingers, and then your thumbs. This alternating movement will be essential for correctly passing the strands and creating well-formed square knots. Now that we understand how to hold the sutures in our hands, let's prepare to create a knot by first crossing the strands of suture so that the strand farthest from us is in the hand we intend to create the knot with. In this example, the left hand. If we intend to create a knot with the right hand, then the sutures would be crossed so that the right hand is holding the strand farthest from us. For this first throw, ensure that the suture in the left hand is laying across the index finger and not the thumb. We then bring the suture strand in the right hand and lay it across the left index finger so that it lays over the other strand, forming an X. The thumb and index fingers on the left hand are then brought together and rotated away from us, under the sutures, onto the other side of the suture strands. The right hand is then used to place its strand between the thumb and index finger of the left hand where it is grasped securely and rotated back under the sutures, towards us, to complete the first throw. The sutures are then cinched down. As practiced before, the suture strand in the left hand is brought across the left thumb in preparation for again bringing the strand in the right hand to lay across it in order to form another X with the suture across the thumb. The thumb and index finger of the left hand are then again brought together and rotated under the suture, but this time towards us. The strand within the right hand is then placed between the thumb and index finger and brought back under the crossing sutures in order to complete the final throw of this square knot. You will notice that it is necessary to rotate our hands, and at times even our bodies, in order to complete this task more easily and lay the knot down squarely. The colored strands used in this video help illustrate how each strand of suture is pulled in alternating, opposite, directions with each throw in order to lay the knots down squarely. This process is repeated in sequence a number of times that depends on the type of suture being tied. This will typically be at least 3 to 4 times for braided sutures, and at least 5 to 6 times for monofilament sutures. When completed, you will notice the even alternating pattern of individual suture strands passing on the same side of the knots, indicating the knots are square.